Good morning, everyone. Hello, staff and service providers. This time is yours. Oftentimes with self-care, we end up being low on the priority list and not prioritizing that. So just know that right now you're starting your day ahead of the game and doing something good for yourself. So you are invited to practice in whatever way feels like it's support for you. And that means also knowing or doing what you need. So one way to perhaps start is by noticing your body and how it feels to arrive here in this moment in your body. You might also notice how it feels to perhaps move a little bit, maybe shifting your weight from side to side, and perhaps noticing if any sensations arise. Another possible way or how you can notice is to do a body scan. And that could be moving your focus to different areas of your body, perhaps those muscles in the forehead. Or maybe those in your jaw, maybe the neck. And you might notice your shoulders or the side body, the back body. And if you want, you're welcome to notice your breath. And if you're interested, you might also choose an intention. This could be a word or a concept related to perhaps this practice, maybe falling in love with yourself. It could be something like forgiveness of yourself, or gratefulness, or presence. There are many different options, or nothing. So maybe considering an intention for a few counts or breaths, perhaps 2. Maybe 1 more. For today's focus, will be on rotation, inside, outside rotation. So this could be in different parts of your body. And using those are different skills that we use while walking, this being the month of July, and we're continuing to do the team building activity of walking to Brazil. And so today what I was envisioning is that motion of walking and the motion that our bodies go through and how our joints rotate as we walk in different ways. And so perhaps if it feels okay, maybe you're not interested, perhaps you'd like a different movement or shape that you'd like to take, or if you'd like to close your eyes and breathe, you're welcome to do so. Or if you'd like to do some other type of shape or form and practice, please honor yourself. You are your best teacher. But you could potentially begin with some movement of the neck. If you'd like, movement of the neck, it could be synced with your breath if you like, perhaps breathing in with one movement, breathing out. And the speed can be slow or fast or whatever you'd like. It's an opportunity to notice perhaps the upper top body, how you're feeling in the area near and around your neck. So maybe doing this for maybe 5 counts or 5 breaths. Choose 5 today. Starting with 5. Maybe 4 more. Perhaps 3 more. Maybe 2. And maybe 1 more. So with rotation or rotating, so you'll be rotating in one direction. You're welcome to then reverse that direction and go in the other way that you can. So for your shoulders is one option. You could rotate in this way I'm showing here, opposite directions of each shoulder and arm. Your arms can be up at a T or above you or to the side. All are different options, and how you move is always your choice. But perhaps doing this for 5 counts or 5 breaths again, this is an opportunity to notice where sensation and what it feels like as you're moving, what sensations arise for you, perhaps down your side body, what arises perhaps as far as tension. Is there tension anywhere in your upper body as you do this movement? Again, just an opportunity to notice what's real and what's happening for you in this moment. So maybe for 5. Maybe 3 more. Perhaps 2 more. And maybe 1 more. Another option for movement might be rotation of the ankle or the leg, really from inner to outer or left to right. Perhaps having the side of your foot rotate from side to side. You can leave your heel placed on the ground and maintaining contact throughout the movement. You can also lift your leg if you'd like. I just invite you to respect any limitations. If you have an injury or if your ankle and the joint, if you have any sensation that might be sensitive or doesn't feel right, please honor that. There's no requirement that you do this in any way, that your foot stay on the floor or not. I think exploring and finding your own range and noticing how it feels for you. So perhaps doing this to the count of 5 or 5 breaths. Maybe 4 more. Perhaps 3 more. Two more. And maybe 1. And when you feel ready, you can switch sides. So perhaps for the count of 5 or 5 breaths. Maybe 4 more. Perhaps 3 more. Maybe 2 more. And maybe 1 more. Another option for movement could be a forward fold or some type of fold, or some type of release or releasing movement. The last one, we focused on each side and rotation. And so shaking out that focus and movement, you can do a forward fold, hanging and releasing. So perhaps if you want to the count of 4, if you taking any type of muscle release and any movement that you would like, that does so. So perhaps to the count of 4. Maybe 3 more. Maybe 2 more. And maybe 1 more. Next, one option could be a spine movement, a spine rotation, or a twist of the spine. So you are welcome to twist your entire body in different directions, or another option could be to remain stable and not moving and making the motion smaller, perhaps the twist coming more out of the top body and the bottom body remaining still, the lower body, or both. If you'd like to try one movement and then try the other, adjusting, you're welcome to stand as well or be seated. Also, another option could be continuous movement, perhaps as I'm showing here, twisting from side to side continuously. Or another option could be to pause on one side, pausing into that shape. So I will offer maybe doing this for the count of 4 counts or 4 breaths per side, or however long you'd like to move. So perhaps for 4. Maybe 3 more. Maybe 2 more. And maybe 1 more. You can switch sides if and when you're ready. And again, maybe for 4 counts or 4 breaths. Maybe 3 more. Perhaps 2 more. And maybe 1 more. Another possible way to move might be the movement similar to when you move your legs on a bicycle, the bicycling, and perhaps noticing the movement, if it's in the knee or if it's in your hip. You could bicycle in a forward direction and then reverse the direction. You could do this standing as well, perhaps using something as a balance, lifting and lowering your foot in a bicycle motion. And perhaps noticing maybe the role that your middle body plays, the muscles in the middle of your body as you lift your leg and move it. Are there any sensations that arise for you there? Questioning, checking in, and perhaps noticing if, while being very focused, if there's any tension or muscles that are engaging and hugging in or tensing up anywhere in your body, your face, your shoulders, your back body. And if these are muscles that aren't needed for that movement, perhaps noticing and releasing those. So maybe perhaps doing this for 5 counts or 5 breaths per side. So maybe for 5. And if any thoughts are showing up, perhaps patterns of thought that continually arise, perhaps noticing those as well. And Perhaps seeing if those can maybe be put on pause so that you're able to then go back into your body and noticing any sensations if that's something you'd like to do. So perhaps to the count of 5 or 5 breaths. Maybe 4 more. Maybe 3 more. Perhaps 2 more. And maybe 1 more. Yeah, when and if you feel ready, you're welcome to switch sides. Maybe for 5. Maybe 4 more. Maybe 3. Perhaps 2. And maybe 1 more. And you're welcome to shake it out if you'd like, releasing any of those muscles. And maybe a final option if you'd like to take the number 4 shape. You can do that by putting your ankle on your knee if you'd like to do this, or 4 counts or breaths per side. You're welcome to do so. Perhaps noticing any sensations of stretch you might feel on the outside of your upper leg. If you lean forward or move your upper body, you can rotate your ankle, massage your foot. So perhaps doing any of those you'd like to do for the count of 4 or 4 breaths. Perhaps 3 more. Maybe 2 more. And maybe 1 more. If and when ready, you are welcome to switch sides if you want. Perhaps noticing if there's any difference between your left and right side, perhaps to the count of 4 or 4 breaths. Maybe 3 more. Maybe 2 more. And maybe one more. The last 3 minutes of practice are reserved for rest, which can be a practice in and of itself. It can be continuous work to notice your own experience. It also can be work to focus on your own sensations. That's a lot of work. And so now is your time to rest in whatever way would feel like rest for you. And so for 3 minutes, and then we'll come back at 10:44 to close out the practice together. Okay, you're welcome to, again, notice how it feels for you to arrive here in this moment in your body. Or if you'd like to spend a final moment with your intention. I just wanted to let you know that I will be out of the office for the next 2 weeks. There will be recordings, and you're always welcome to do a body scan recording. We also did a new recording, so you won't have to do that same body scan practice if you're thinking like, oh man, every time we do recordings, it's always that one. I did make new recordings, so we have those as options. And I look forward to seeing you in August. And thank you so much for your time, your trust, and this opportunity to practice together. Thank you, and I hope you have a good day.